we are going to talk about rapid increase of C-section rate in Bangladesh. C-sections can be life-saving, but wait. Unnecessary C-sections can result in more complications than normal delivery. The World Health Organization states that a 10 to 15% range of C-section rate is acceptable. But in Bangladesh, something different is happening. So we decided to research socio-economic, demographic, health, and antenatal care characteristics. Record data were collected from Bangladesh Demographic and Health Survey 2014. To analyze the C-section rate, we considered a theoretical model, and then we considered two levels of hierarchy. In distal level, we talked about socio-economic and demographic factors, and health, antenatal care, and delivery care characteristics in intermediary level. Let's talk about graphical representation. From our data, we can see among every 100 women, 23 chose C-section, and shockingly, more than 50% of the respondents gave first birth at a younger age. It's great to see that 65% of women got ANC from qualified doctors, but less than 50% had enough antenatal care visits. 90 of 100 women in our study don't have an adequate level of education. Now, let's talk about how socioeconomic and demographic factors can affect C-section rate. Cesarean delivery is twice in the urban area than in rural. Considering educational status, this is higher among educated women, almost 60%. 40% of higher class women had C-section. This is considerably higher than women of lower economic status, because women with lower economic status cannot afford it, or there can be a misconception, costly the procedure, the better it is. Let's see the C-section rate by intermediary level. Women who can take her own healthcare decision, C-section rate is 24.7%. Who got antenatal care from a medically trained provider, C-section rate 33.6%. And who got delivery care from a qualified doctor's rate is more than 50%. Now, considering the most vital factor, the delivery place. Private hospitals, NGO sectors and clinics have 71.7% C-section delivery combined, which is double of the percentage of public hospitals' C-section rate. Our study shows that a high number of C-section surgery was performed at private hospitals. The unprivileged do not have access to private hospitals or costly surgery. They prefer natural births in public hospitals. Statistics show that women deciding on their healthcare have a slightly higher tendency of choosing cesarean delivery. Women are often scared and insecure about the potential outcomes linked with the process of childbirth, pain for example. But there is another aspect. Clinic owners in Bangladesh are often accused of encouraging the C-section method. From our data, we also see private clinics are performing this action more than public hospitals. Maybe for business policy, maybe yes. The more ANC visits a woman pays, the more likely it is for the doctor to convince her to choose C-section. In analysis, we got educated women, women of wealthy family, women who can take her own healthcare decision are more likely to choose C-section. A big portion of them is willingly taking this risk. Is it just because they don't want pain? No, they may get into more complicated situation. Then, what is the solution of this? A regulation of unnecessary cesarean birth is highly recommended. We need more awareness programs and private counseling to encourage natural births. And medical sector cannot reverse this trend alone. Combined efforts are needed to put unnecessary C-sections to an end and enable women and families to feel secure receiving the most appropriate care for their circumstance. So thank you everyone. My team members are Shahriar Zaman Siham. I am Hasnain Ahmed Alve, and another member is Sayadul Mursalin Shoaib.